Welcome everybody to Roll D5. My name is On, also known as Onduin, and I am the creator of Roll D5. And we've got a very interesting setup if you cannot tell. It's basically a 1v1. The GM versus the dungeon crawler. So we will be playing Shadowdark tonight. I'll have Cmike talk a little bit more about that in a second. But as for camera quality, you will see some things kind of drop and flex. That's because we are using Riverside tonight, which is not our normal thing. But as for tonight, I will be playing potentially 6 different characters. Cmike, tell us who you are, this cool system. What's happening?
Hello everybody, I'll be your game master tonight. Thank you so much for joining onto the live stream. I'm Cmike, like Onduin has introduced. So tonight we are playing Shadowdark RPG, a rules-light version of Dungeons & Dragons. It's an indie game produced by one person. It's won 4 awards. Boiled down to 3 words, it is fast, dangerous, and simple. The dangerous part comes in the fact that the hero characters, basically Onduin tonight, has really low HP. The speed part is you only get an action and a movement. The simple stuff comes down to anything that you would think in Dungeons & Dragons that is a proficiency bonus or extra modifiers on top of your normal stats is usually just an advantage roll.
1 action, 1 movement. Okay, I wrote it down.
I'm fairly ready. Are you fairly ready?
I'm fairly ready. Let's see. Let's go with character number 1.
Oh yeah. Do you want to introduce the characters now, or do you want to introduce them in the scenes?
Let's do it in the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Just a heads up, everybody. Tonight we'll be using Fantasy Plus to hopefully get you some beautiful, sensational sound design into your ears. Let's give it a test right now and see if it actually works tonight. Give me a thumbs up if you hear somewhat of a carriage running.
I hear it.
You hear it. Chat.
Do you guys hear this sound effect?
Getting my eardrums nice and tasty and ready.
I'm just waiting for somebody to confirm.
We just need
that they can
one
hear it.
confirmation. I don't know the delay on this.
Okay, they said that they can hear it. It's
Beautiful.
just a little quiet, which is okay because a little quiet is fine because there are some sounds that will jump scare you.
And those ones I will turn up on.
Yeah.
Like a monster.
Like the monster that you are. Yep, they are chains.
Okay, everybody.
Just in case I get really scared, I have a donut that will comfort me. Make me cry.
Yeah.
Oh, so cool.
Under the full silver light of Selune, our last and final moon, a blizzard rampages the northlands of Eyrde, and we find ourselves somewhere between 500 and 530 second dawn. A dark silhouette of an ancient Jotunheim, a fortress made by giants 11,000 years ago, stands over the snow and ice-covered valley. From its 1,200-foot tall pillar mountain. Below the fortress, on the other side of the valley, occupied by a freezing town, is a fog-covered frozen dock. Which is how you arrived here, Onduin. From the much warmer coastal Mediterranean city known as Martima, the Marble City of Splendor. You've been trapped here for a few months due to the eldritch blizzard that is surrounding the town. Let's get that blizzard in. A carriage pulled by a giant brown feathered chicken with a giant beak in the shape of a battle axe, known as an axe beak, races through the blizzard up the main road from the town to the fortress. The driver's bundled up in 2 coats, 2 scarves, and a large hat. The little skin you can see burns and glows like magma. Inside the wooden carriage sits 7 people, not 6. The heat of your breaths might be the warmest thing in here. One of the 7 people in the carriage is a middle-aged, slightly older woman, human, Elena. Elena, black long hair, dark tan, Mesoamerican skin, skull necklace, jewels and rings on every finger. She cackles like dry weeds to the 6 companions who ride alongside her. Please describe and introduce one of your 6 characters who will be representing the leadership of your party.
Ooh, as for leadership, okay, that's a different choice than character number 1. Amongst the party is a very interesting looking, almost marionette creature. Their skin is not quite skin, their arms not quite arms. Each piece of this marionette is a different piece of stone that is cut out into like different types. So like his face would kind of look almost like a Greek god from a statue. The other one maybe like a bull's leg. Different types of stone pieced together to make this moving creature, of which he kind of leans forward, skin, as one would say, kind of crunching as the stone shifts together. Hello, my name is Nibs.
I love it. Elena speaks up to Nibs. At last we arrive at the end, my friends. This is where our path diverges. You have done well so far, but I fear your greatest challenge lies ahead. As discussed, you must go into the Draculheim and find the lost heart for us to end this blizzard, so we may sail home and leave this frozen hellscape once and for all. Go ahead.
It's cold outside? Is that what this is?
Quite, my stony friend. You might not feel the same as us mortals, but my breath should say enough. She shivers and crackles. She pulls out a deck of cards, and without handing it to anyone, ghostly fingers reach out from her cloak, take the cards, and shuffle them. For the other 5 of your 6 adventurers, Anduin, introduce and describe who takes what card, and we will roll a d8 for each card.
Ooh, okay. The first one that leans forward is a shorter looking red dwarf with red gemmed eyes and long curly red hair. They look a little too excited to grab one of the cards.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, yes, my name is Hilda. I would like to take that card, the one, that first one right there on the top.
Very well.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a d8 for me.
Okie dokie. Find my D8 because that's the. Nope, that's a D10. There's the D8. That's an 8.
An 8. We have. Ooh. You pull an ace. And she reads the card. A seat of power, chamber of might, where crowns are worn and destinies are set right.
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, I quite think it's a special place in this Jotunheim that you might find something of importance.
Alright, cool. That seems fine.
I like it. And she'll cross her arms and lean back with her axe close to her chest. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to grab my dagger. It's up on the wall. I'll have to grab that later. The next character that leans forward is, let's see. Ooh, yes. Is a what we would describe as like a dragonborn. Of a creature of draconic ancestry, covered in black scales. Coming from its mouth is kind of like this oozy blackness that starts to shimmer when it gets really, really cold. My name is Aja. I'll take that third one down.
Very well, Aja.
3.
Yeah, interesting. You pull the 7. In hallowed halls, where none shall fear, the house of radiance rests in darkness. It appears that Selune may actually be on your side tonight.
That would be nice. I do not wish to perish in this cold. And then the next character to move themselves forward appears very, very anxious. The vibe is that they don't want to be here. Hi, my name is Jasper. I'll take that bottom one, I guess.
Jasper? All right.
And Jasper is a human man. That's a number 6.
A 6. Oh my. Oh no. Dear Jasper. A chamber holds the silent cry and forgotten souls in the darkness below. Don't fall.
Okay. Alright, I guess. And he sulks back in absolute disappointment. And a little less excited than they were before is an adorable looking gnome who has been kind of like picking at their lip after hearing them say to Jasper not to fall. Hello, my name is Prim. I guess I'll take the second from the bottom.
Very smart.
2.
The devil tempts with the gleaming thrill. Behind a door, the chamber's riches await still. It seems like fortune might be on your side, Prim.
Oh. Okay, that sounds a little bit better. I think. Sucks for you, Jasper. Yeah, well, fuck you, Prim. And the very, I believe it's the very last one, doesn't quite lean forward with everybody else, but just kind of tucks their flowing blonde hair behind their ears to show these beautiful pointed ears with a whole bunch of piercings in them. Yes, my name is Elkin, and I suppose I'll just take the last one that's there.
Your name is Elkin?
Yes? Nope. I am an Elkin. My name is Rose. And that's a 4.
A 4! Beautiful. Oh my. Oh dear.
Oh.
The frost clings tight. The world stands still. The hermit climbs with steps so slow to icy heights where cold winds blow. I do think this might actually work.
Oh. It better.
All right. So super quick, I'm gonna roll some d4s for you.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Love
a 2. That's
that
for
journey.
Aja.
Love that journey for me.
Aja gets a +1 to AC.
Aja.
A 1. Hilda gets a +1 to hit.
Okay.
Ooh, a 4 for Jasper. A -1 to AC.
You know what? That feels right. Pretty sure his AC is like 10 now.
I got a 2 for Prim. So Prim gets a +1 to AC. A 1 for Rose. Rose gets a +1 to hit.
Okay.
And Nibs didn't draw a card. All right. It was fate that we would meet. The umbral foretold your coming, and I only hope this witch can be of some use to you. May these fortunes guide you to where you may find the source of this eldritch horror that keeps us trapped here in the north. The carriage comes to a sliding stop. The driver slams on the wall. Alina speaks up. It's time, my friends. Good luck. End the storm and meet us here. We will return in the morning every day for the next 4 days. After that, I will have to presume you didn't make it.
Yeah, all right. That sounds great. As Nibs is the first to exit the cart and assist handing with everybody, giving them a hand, which is just like literally like a stone like oven mitt as he just like guides everyone out.
The wind blows strong. The snow is everywhere. It's hard to see Salune in the sky, but she is there, lighting the way. Elena speaks up through the cold wind. I will pray to the matron for you. Thankfully, it's still summer, so you shouldn't completely freeze to death.
Rose is not happy. The half elf is sitting there just freezing, just tucking like making sure that there's no possible like skin showing anywhere. Absolutely hates the winter.
the driver pulls on the leash, and you see the axe beak pull the carriage off. You and your party turn to face the fortress built by giants silhouetted by Selûne, an ancient Jotunheim built 11,000 years ago. Draculheim towers before you. As long as Selûne's full moonlight casts down, it serves as a light source, aka light, so you can see. However, if her light cannot reach you, it will become complete darkness. No dim light, no dark vision. Directly in front of you, Anduin, a perpetual warm orange fire flutters in a stone bowl, mounted on pillars. 2 pillars held aloft by petrified orc slaves from ancient times long ago. Beyond them lies a destroyed 30-foot wide Jotun stone bridge, spanning a 60-foot wide chasm that separates you from the walls of Draculheim. The chasm plunges into a dizzying, freezing depth of at least 1,000 feet, disappearing into icy mist. The remains of the bridge are scattered like monolithic pillars, standing apart from each other. Fortunately, though, it seems that adventurers have traversed this way before. Large wooden old planks are nailed down into the stone, creating about a 2-foot wide bridge across these different standing stone pillars. If you're careful, you just might make it across. The remains of the bridge, let's see. All right, so under the howling cold wind, do you cross these very, like literally this thin of wooden planks over 1,000-foot drop in the howling wind?
Probably. Nibs first thinks he's being funny and will, like, kind of blend himself into the stone pillars and jump out and scare poor Hilda as she just, like, screeches.
Go ahead and roll a d4.
A d4?
Hilda's got enough wisdom. This should work.
Does she, though? Come on. If I can grab it. That's a 1.
It's a 1? Okay. Now roll me a DC 15 wisdom check for Hilda. She's got a -2.
And that's on a d20. 16.
Great. She does not lose 1 point of wisdom.
Oh, good.
We're getting scared.
We're getting
by
scared.
Nibs.
And she looks back at Nibs just angry and pissed off, whereas Nibs is just giggling to himself.
This mischief stone creature.
Yeah. Like, how dare you? But seeing as there's not much else of a choice, you know what? Actually, first, I believe Nibs is a rogue? Yes. No, technically he's a thief, but, he's going to gesture at everybody, hold on a minute. And he's going to go take a quick look around to see if there's any other way besides that really scary pathway.
Sure. Nibs wanders to the edge of the cliff, walking on snow and rock. And he comes to the edge, and he looks down, and if the blizzard itself wasn't thick enough, down below, mist thicker than everyone else's breaths in the carriage, because Nibs didn't have any breath. Blankets whatever depth it could go. He can only see up to 1,000 feet down. Beyond that, nothing really. Occasionally, a crackle of light of blues and greens. But that's about it. Scans the horizon. Give me a wisdom check.
Wisdom.
And because of the blizzard, disadvantage.
All right. We'll roll my disadvantage die. So we've got 16. Disadvantage 12.
Disadvantage 12. Okay.
And that was a wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He does not have a. Oh, he does have a +1 in wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. I write that down. Okay. +1. 13.
So we got a total of a 13. You don't spot any particular other route across the chasm.
Okay.
It's kind of Draculheim is kind of built on a slight plateau on a mountain, and between it is just a chasm that's broken apart. If you were to go to the ends of the chasm, you would have to climb the frozen rock walls to get there. But you do spot, with a 13, on the other side of the bridge, the once standing bridge, jewels, little 2 red jewels glowing in an opening on the fortress walls. They almost look like eyes.
Let's see. So, following not too far behind, is Aja, the draconic, who just kind of wanted to keep an eye on Nibs just to be sure everything was okay and he didn't go falling, because he's a little top heavy.
Right.
It's just quietly standing behind and kind of has their eyes fixated on those jewels, something shiny, something pretty. And once that's been spotted, just kind of walk away as Nibs is out loud, just like, okay, there's jewels up there. Are there any down? Nope, that's too scary. I don't want to look down there. We'll just keep eyes ahead. And he just continues to mutter to himself as he goes back to the rest of the party.
Who among the party? I'm going to exclude Aja and Nibs from this, so you have to choose between Rose, Jasper, Prim, and Hilda.
Yeah.
Who crosses first?
Oh, that'll be Rose, our little half-elf, who sees that there is potential to go inside and away from all of this horrible, horrible wind.
Yeah.
So Rose will just, like, almost like a Legolas when he's walking on the snow, almost doesn't make footprints as she just, like, prances her way to the bridge to cross.
Though she does not make footprints on the snow, but when she starts to walk on the wood, you can hear the creaking and groaning of the wood as her weight presses down on it. It feels sturdy enough, though. But roll a dex check.
Got it. Oh. That's a 10.
It's a 10?
Yep.
Rose makes it across.
Oh my gosh, don't scare me like that! I was like, Rose is the first to die?
But you do have to make a roll on the umbral clock for me, so roll
Yes.
a d6. For everyone listening, the umbral clock is a kind of a doomsday timer. We start at 24 and work our way down to 0. There's some fancy things that can happen along the way, but at 0, an encounter occurs. What'd you roll?
3.
3. The clock is now at 21.
Okay, so Rose has made it across.
She just gets by. The wind blows a little bit. She catches her balance, standing on this 2-foot wide plank of wood, and makes it across onto the stone. She stands in front of the archway, this ancient, monolithic, geometric shaped fortress made by giants. She is dwarfed by this architecture. She turns back to the rest of the group. Come on over!
Speaking of dwarfing, to be small, Hilda will come across, very, very anxious, holding onto her axe, as if it's the only thing that's gonna give her comfort.
Yep.
Okay, right.
What, by the way, what class was Rose?
Rose is the half-elf.
No, what class?
Oh, class. Ugh.
Oh, I think she's a wizard.
Yes.
That's
She's a
right.
wizard.
Hilda the dwarf is a roustabout, if I'm not correct.
Correct.
A roustabout, for everyone to not who doesn't know, is a optional class in Shadowdark that is a non-adventurer. She did not roll high enough on her stats, and therefore she is someone that doesn't belong in an adventure. Can Hilda...
There are 2 of those in the party.
There are 2 of them. Can Hilda roll a dex check crossing this bridge?
Absolutely. Their dex is not a plus anything. That's also a 10.
Ooh. Hilda being stouty, short, that nice and warm under her coat, her Hellboy red, rosy cheeks. She just quickly and scurries across and gets to the other side. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Rose embraces her. She's made it.
Oh my goodness, poor thing. Next will be Jasper, our other roustabout.
Human roustabout.
Yeah.
And we got a -2 on dex.
Yes.
Please give me a dex check crossing the bridge.
That's 16.
Holy cow!
Jasper, my boy, he's got the will to live.
You know what he does? He stomach crawls across.
Oh, my boy.
Oh.
Precious boy.
By the way, for Hilda making it across, can you roll on the umbral clock?
Yes.
And we have to do the same thing with Jasper.
Okay, that was another 3
Okay.
and a 4.
Ooh. Okay, the clock is now 14.
Oh boy.
All right, who goes next?
I believe next is going to be Prim, our beautiful, stunning, adorable gnome.
Gnome priest.
Yeah, our little gnome priest.
-1 on dex.
That's a 9. What's with the 10s?
As Prim crosses, the wood does not creak as heavily under her. She's nice and short. But the clouds start to fill the sky, and everything begins to get darker and darker. Selune is no longer in sight, and as she crosses, and she doesn't make it all the way yet, but all the light goes out. She stops. She's in the middle of the bridge. Can't see a thing. What does Prim do?
Prim is going to reach inside her bag. She's got a couple of torches.
Okay.
So she's going to pull one of those out and light it.
Lights up a torch. She can see, everyone can see her.
Everyone's faces.
Everyone else is barely on the edge of the light. If you can imagine a single gnome standing on a wooden plank over a dark chasm, wind and snow blowing by her, holding a single torch in darkness. She finishes crossing the bridge.
Prim, my dear. Alright, I'll do an umbral roll. That's a 2.
Okay, that's good. That's good. You're at
good.
12.
Okay, so the rest left is Aja and Nibs.
Aja and Nibs. Now they are lit currently by the flickering fire that's in the bowls.
Okay.
And then they can see the rest of the party on the other side of the bridge, the chasm, 60 feet away because of, Prim's torch. So, who goes?
Nibs is the self-proclaimed leader.
Yeah.
Gestures to Aja to go first. And Aja will politely accept because he feels if he starts to fall, maybe somebody on one of the other sides will catch him.
Is Nib?
But who knows?
So Aja's going next, right? Did I hear you right? Okay, does Aja take a torch?
Aja does not.
Okay. So you're going to roll this dex check at disadvantage.
Okay, because Aja feels that they need both hands.
Okay. Into the cold darkness.
Okay. That's an 8, and then a 17, so that's an 8.
And then Aja has a +1 to dex.
Yeah, so that's a 9.
A 9. Aja, slowly and carefully in the dark, follows kind of Jasper's lead and does a little bit more of a stomach crawling using their hands. They get closer and closer to the other side. And you swear you hear something. Aja hears something. Something down below. Aja takes a peek, and then bats fly up. Make a wisdom check.
Ooh. Wisdom for Aja. Okay, there's no plus in that. Oh, that's a 3.
Okay. Aja is very scared, jumps.
Yep. Oh.
And like in that, oh gosh, and starts to lean. You need to make a dex check at disadvantage to see if you stay on.
Okay. Oh, that rolled off.
What'd you get?
6.
A 6?
But it's a +1, so 7.
A 7?
Shit!
Aja falls.
Aja, no! No! You were the chosen one!
Aja is no longer with us.
Damn it.
Your black dragonborn ranger and everything they were carrying.
I spent some of the most gold I had on Aja. Oh.
All right. Everyone, you know what? No one really saw it happen either. They just heard the echo of Aja's voice.
Screaming. Which means that Nibs is gonna go running.
Nibs is gonna go running?
Yeah. Cinder blocks for feet.
Roll a dex check.
Oh.
Disadvantage?
Oh.
Is running on a 2-foot platform?
True. Oh. I just rolled 2 2s.
Oh wait.
But they have +3, so 5.
They They have +3. They're a thief. Disadvantage and advantage neutralize. Go ahead and roll one more, and that'll be the roll.
Goose. That's a fucking 3.
So a total of 6.
This is the worst disadvantage dice that there's ever been.
Yeah? Is that so?
I'm angry.
It's okay.
It's okay, he's gonna die.
It's okay. It's okay. Nibs the marionette runs. Every step running across the plank breaks and snaps the wood. It starts running and falling and reaching out.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Nibs falls as well.
Oh my gosh! He was literally the best one!
He
had the best everything! Not the roustabouts!
The roustabouts make it, but your ranger and thief, dex-based characters, don't make it through the first dex challenge.
I cannot believe that. My 2 best characters. Nibs was literally my chosen one. Oh, I'm so mad. Hey, Chad, if you ever feel that you want to give advantage or, a luck die to any of these characters, please check out our Ko-Fi.
Got a snack.
I think I'm going to dive into my donut now.
Good news, though. You don't roll on the Umbral clock for those 2.
Oh, that's such good news. I'm so happy.
As the remaining 4 of your party approach the ruined fortress, its walls are nearly 50 meters tall. You walk through the giant wide entrance archway. Inside the courtyard, surprisingly, the blizzard fades away, or just cuts out. But there is gentle snow falling. A little bit of wind in the distance behind you. Silence brings the sound of some blue burning torches hanging from sconces along the walls, and the sound of crushing snow under your survivors' feet. You notice with Prim's torch, warm, fiery torch, that there are bones in this courtyard. Giant barbaric warriors, giant robed priests or mages. These giants probably stood 30 feet tall, 40 feet tall. They've been here for a very, very long time. You start to notice that parts of the wall actually were melted from above. Long time ago. After you walk nearly 120 feet through this dark and spooky courtyard full of bones, made by people 6 times your height, thousands of years ago, you find a door. A main central door. Oh, we took some lines off the cheeks?
Yep. Now there's 4 characters left.
The door is made of Jotun stone. It's a big stone castle entrance kind of door. Where normally you would find in a medieval castle, this door would be wooden. This is solid stone. You think collectively everyone would be strong enough to pull it open.
You know what? Rose
Will you make it even into the dungeon?
I know, right? Rose is gonna come up to it, and she's gonna kind of, like, just kind of study it for a second, turn to the others and say, you know, if Nibs hadn't, you know, fallen like a stone, he probably would have made some sort of joke that this was an ancient ancestor of his. So maybe we should talk to it nicely. Just maybe in memory. Is that weird? And Jasper will come up a little bit more confidently, knowing that he'd lived a little bit longer. I mean, I don't see why not. Hello, door. Can we open you? No. Can you open? No. Okay. Maybe you stop talking. And she's gonna place her hand on the door.
Who said that? Rose?
Yeah.
Okay, Rose puts her hand on the door.
Yeah. Just to see if there's anything she can, like, ascertain from the stones.
Rose the Wizard puts her hand on the stone door.
And quickly casts protection from evil upon herself.
Can you remind me of what the spell does?
Yep, I had a screenshot. Let me grab it. Protection from evil does...
Well, it also helps everyone knowing what it is, too.
Yes. For the spell's duration, chaotic beings have disadvantage on attack rolls and hostile spellcasting checks against the target. These beings also can't possess, compel, or beguile it.
All right.
We have to pass a charisma check versus the spellcasting check.
Can you go ahead and, did you already roll your spellcasting check?
I had not yet.
So let's cast it. So it's a tier 1 spell, so your DC to cast a spell is 11 on your d20.
Yes.
And you have a +3 to this roll.
And that's perfect because that's a perfect 11.
Heck yeah.
Good job, Rose.
Protection from evil is casted. You cast it on... Oh, it's in close range, so as long as everyone's nearby, it should work.
Okay, perfect. Everyone feels a little bit warmer for like 3 seconds, and then it goes away. Oh, don't worry, it'll stay. It'll be fine.
As Rose says, oh, it'll be fine. Casting this spell, the magic gets spread from her fingers through silvery lines on the walls and on the door. And the door opens. Roll on the umbral clock. That was loud.
Got it. 4.
That's not bad. Hey, kid, that's not bad. You're just at 8.
Just an 8. No big deal.
It's okay.
It's fine.
It's okay.
There's only been 2 deaths out of 6.
Yeah. I mean, you can survive almost any encounter, right?
As long as it doesn't have to do with walking. Then everything will be fine.
Can you hear the music?
I cannot.
Let me get a little bit louder.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, cool.
Probably a little bit louder, though. I think it'll be difficult for chat to hear.
There we go. So, inside.
Oh, the music stopped. I don't know if that was on me.
Well, let's double check.
Nothing.
Nothing? I'll try this. How about now? You want to refresh Fantasy Plus?
What I'm gonna do is refresh it.
Technical issues. Yeah.
Well, I heard a scream, and now we've got music.
Heck yeah.
Perfect.
You walk into this dark and cold place. The entrance is old, crumbled. Faded tapestries hang from the arched ceilings. Oh, excuse me again. That mandolin. You hear music sweeping the staircases. You turn. There those staircases are. Huge, spiraling, going up into the darkness. But you hear the music also come from the other direction, down a hall, where flickering candlelight, warm candlelight, can be seen. Which way do you go?
Let's see. Prim is the one who had the torch. So Prim is gonna, with her teeny tiny little feet, kind of come up in front of everybody and anxiously, like, hold up the torch. And I mean, she's fairly small, so it's not like the light's really gonna go anywhere, but it makes her feel better. And since Prim is a priest, let me just double check my spells for her. How dim would you say that it is out here?
You have light. There is no dimness. I would say that within the range of your party, you have a bright torch, and outside of that is near complete darkness.
Okay. Prim is actually going to cast light. So she's going to put out... Actually, you know what? She's not going to put out the torch. She's going to hand it to Jasper, who's kind of chilling in the back.
Mm-hmm.
And with light... That is...
My camera be frozen.
Yes, it is. I was just about to mention that. It's probably the upload.
Yep.
Mainly freaking out.
Probably. Watch, I'll just switch it and see what happens.
It'll magically work. Okay.
Keep playing music.
Since we can still hear you.
Oh, it's totally just the camera.
Oh, okay. That's good.
There we go. I made something happen.
Oh, the camera's on like the other side. Did it do a different one?
Yeah, it jumped to a different one.
I love it. Look at those cool things back there.
Oh no.
Oh no. Technical issues.
Technical issues. Hey guys.
Is it even a stream?
Is it a stream? You know?
Look, you can actually see Cmike's face.
Hey, you can see me.
It's not blurry.
I think because the recording has come to a stop and it wants me to refresh and rejoin.
Oh
no.
Oh no.
You know what this sounds like, guys? It sounds like a perfect time at 6:05 to have a good break.
Have a little bit of a break.
Onduin made it into the dungeon.
But with 2 losses.
2 losses. We'll take a good 10-minute break and we'll be set to go.
And we'll see you back here in 10 minutes.
Let's
go! Hello, everybody. Are you ready for more murder and mayhem? Welcome back to Shadowdark. We took a bit of an early break for some technical shenanigans. Once again, please do not mind the dips in quality here and there in video. We are using Riverside.
You can say that my camera's a fucking potato right now.
I was trying to be nice, but you know what? You killed my character, so Cmike's camera is absolute dog shit.
As long as my audio's good, though.
Honestly, yeah. But the uploaded version that will come at some point will have a way better quality, but everything is doing great. Everything's fine. We started off with 6 characters. The 2 best characters with the highest stats.
The Ranger and the Thief.
The Ranger and the Thief have died.
Crossing a bridge.
Crossing a bridge in the first encounter. So let's see who else is gonna die. Prim is casting light.
Yes.
And handing the torch to Jasper.
We're in the entranceway of the Jotunheim castle. Holding a torch in darkness. Light casts around pillars and stonework across the space. Tapestries hang. There's stairs that spiral up. Wide, giant stairs that spiral up. To your left and to your right is a tunnel. Music comes from both directions. Which way does Prim, the torchbearer, choose to go?
So with Prim's light casting, she's going to, I believe it uses her holy symbol, or she can at least choose that. So she's going to choose to light her holy symbol, which is a cross necklace that is draped across her chest. And she sits there for a second with her eyes closed, almost meditating. We need to go to the right, I think. Maybe. And Rose looks literally down at Prim. So say the priest, I guess. Maybe don't consult the wizard, or, whatever, but it's fine. And they start to turn to the right.
Jasper and Hilda kind of look at each other and go, okay. Being roustabouts, people who have no fighting skills or magic abilities, follow the wizard and the priest.
Yep.
Through the hall around the corner, you find yourself into a dining hall. In this dining hall, pillars of magical stone stand in the corners. Long, heavy stone slab table with wax cracks in between with blue flame from candles lit underneath, giving this nice blue hue lit table kind of look. There are crystal goblets filled with amber liquid, roasted beef, roots, herbs. It's a beautiful dinner that's laid out. Kind of a problem, though. Kind of two problems. First, there's a cloaked figure standing in the shadows on the other end with glowing red eyes. And not glowing, I'm sorry, reflective red eyes. All the light in this room does not help you see this figure, though. Just the eyes. The second problem, and the most obvious of problems, a woman from the village is shackled on top of the table, with her hands pulled to one side, her feet pulled to that, so it's very much like the human X kind of situation, and her head is perfectly placed on top of the table at the head, on top of a plate at the head of the table. She is alive, and she is pleading for your help.
Rose is gonna take a look around.
Where'd you come from? Help me, please. Please, let me out.
As Rose just goes to shush her while the other three are probably quite literally hiding behind her because she's the tallest figure there. She wants to look around to see if there is any sort of mechanic, like something that might fall on top of this lady, or something that could happen if she had made a sudden move.
If you look up where you expect a chandelier, is actually an open skylight meant for the stars and the moon to shine down. But no snow falls down. A little at the top, but it never makes it down to the bottom of the room.
Okay.
They're going to be back any minute, please. I want to get out of here.
I have an idea. So there's a cloaked figure, but she says they'll be back. So Jasper is a little desperate to prove himself.
Yeah.
And what he's gonna do is he's gonna take one of his iron spikes and he's gonna throw it at the cloaked figure to see what happens
Hell yeah.
to it.
Roll a attack roll with Dex. You get a -2 on Dex, but I believe
9.
Jasper has a +1 to something.
Okay, so it should
Either
be
attack or AC. No, he has
an
AC.
8.
So
Okay, so that's a 5. Because that's a 6.
it hits the wall instead. Ding, ding, ding.
And all the 3 others just are like,
Huh? And when you look, the eyes are gone, the figure is gone. It's just the shadow that is in the corner of the room.
look, in my defense, I thought somebody was there. You know?
Someone was there. Behind Jasper, breathing down his neck, is a figure with red eyes in a cloak. What does Jasper do?
Jasper immediately sits down.
Everyone else sees, Jasper has not looked, but everyone else sees a pale, long-faced creature. Bald. Almost kind of like a ratty kind of face, you know? Long, pointy ears. And even longer fingers. As it helps Jasper sit in the chair. And as it looks down at Jasper, it kind of licks its lips, and you see 2 very sharp fangs.
Yep. Rose is going to cast Magic Missile.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
Oh, shit. Okay.
Go, your Magic Missile.
Yes.
It is a tier 1, right?
Correct.
So, your DC to cast a spell is 11.
Come on, dice. That's an 8, but I have a +3. So it's
It's 11.
11. So I hit 11 again. Oh my gosh, this is getting too close.
Magic Missile. You have advantage on your checks for this spell, by the way. Magic Missiles.
That's right, it's built in.
You cast Magic Missile. This Magic Missile hits this creature. Let's roll initiative.
Okay. Let's see, there's 4.
I'm gonna
of
roll the
them.
creature's initiative. And all you have to do is make sure you get a higher than this.
Okay.
Plus 11.
Okay.
All you have to do
And
is
do I need to do
one of your characters has to beat an 11.
So,
And so with Dex as normal initiative.
okay, this will be Hilda got a 16.
Boom.
And Jasper gets an 18. Now I roll high?
Jasper's kind of an underdog right now.
He really is. Prim gets a 12. Oh my gosh. And Rose gets a 14.
Great. So you go first,
Okay.
and all your characters will go before me.
Sweet. Okay, so was that Hilda or Jasper who goes first? I think it was
Rose shot Magic Missile.
Hilda.
Go ahead and let's roll the damage for Magic Missile. So a D4.
Yeah. Oh, that's a D6. That's a 1. That's so dumb.
That's okay.
It's getting hot in here.
Now, as the Magic Missile hits, you see the magic burn a little bit of the flesh off its face.
But it doesn't heal.
Doesn't look like it.
Okay. It reminds me of like a Critical Role moment. I don't watch it very often, but this one's just like, nothing changed, right? Doesn't look like it. Fucking Mercer.
All right, so we have Hilda, Jasper, and Prim. Go ahead, pick a player. Let them do their thing.
We'll do Hilda.
Hilda.
Okay, so
Warven Roustabout.
Yes. Who has a club which is 1d4.
Heck yeah.
And a +1 to that. Okay, that's a 4.
No, you gotta roll the attack if you want to.
Oh, that's right. Of course I have to roll.
Magic missile hit.
Attack. Okay, 12 to hit.
12 to hit. That hits.
Okay, and that's a 4 for damage.
4 for damage. Okay, describe to me how Hilda pulls out her club and goes to attack this creature.
Yes. So Hilda thinks that her club is an axe. Because that's all I have. Unless I did it this way, but you can't tell. So being a dwarf is pretty small, and this creature is pretty big. So the way
Probably
she pulls
around
it,
7 feet tall.
Yep, so decently half her height. So she takes out her club that's been kind of just like right there on her waistband, pulls it out, and goes for the kneecaps.
Ooh.
And
Yeah?
just smacks him as hard as she can.
You swing. Come on. Yeah, there we go. You go to swing and you slam the club on the kneecap. Boom! By the way, you rolled a 4 on a d4, right?
I did.
It explodes. Roll the
that's
d4
right.
again.
It does explode. Okay. 3.
So a total of 7
7.
damage.
Yep.
This creature is not looking great as you destroy its kneecap.
Excellent. Hilda looks back at everybody like, I did a thing. So excited and so happy.
Hilda's got that classic tourist saw a cool thing in a cool place face right now.
That's exactly it. And you know what? It's going to inspire Jasper.
Heck yeah.
And our boy has a dagger.
Yep.
So to hit is an 8, which is not great.
That doesn't land.
Do anything.
I'm sorry. So he goes with the dagger. Describe how this character runs up and misses with a dagger.
Well, you know what? I'll do you one better. He goes to pull out his dagger.
Yeah.
And just like fumbles and just drops it completely and like loses it on the floor. And so he doesn't even get a chance to do anything because he just drops it. Which makes the next bit for Prim.
Mm-hmm. Prim, our little gnome priest.
Our little gnome priest is a little shit, apparently.
Holding the torch.
Well, she gave that to Jasper so she could cast light.
Oh, you're right. So that's probably why Jasper dropped it, because too many things.
Yep. And she was thinking that she would be just really clever and try to blind it with the light of her cross, but rolled a 2.
Yeah, that didn't work.
And she just basically, it's just like basically,
with the holy
like,
symbol, like, ah!
And he just
the creature goes, ha!
That's perfect. And I think
that's everyone.
That's everyone.
As it goes,
Oh boy.
it ducks down into shadow. And as Jasper is looking for his dagger, under the table lit by blue flames, a long, super bony, thin, slimy, clawy hand reaches out and grabs his hand. He's just like, ah! And it will take its second claw and come out and swipe at him. All right. Jasper's AC is
10.
10. Beautiful. I love that.
Yeah, I know you do.
I get a +2 to this roll. Oh, a 9. Jasper pulls away just in time. It crawls out disformed and just runs up to him like, and does one more claw attack at him.
Okay.
16.
Yeah.
It's only a d6 worth of damage. It's okay.
He literally has 6 hit points.
Ooh, this is gonna be fun.
This is gonna be fun. Are we gonna... Come on, Jasper, my dear.
4 points of damage.
Okay.
Jasper, as a roustabout, is now below half HP. Go ahead and roll for me a charisma check. DC 12.
Okay. Charisma.
Because of the roustabout being not a real adventurer,
Yeah.
he might get advantage on his next roll because he's low on health.
Come on. 14.
Heck yeah. He's got advantage on his next roll.
Oh! Thank goodness. He's gonna need that.
The creature stands up. You now see that the black cloak is part of the shadow. And it turns to the rest of the party. Onduin, is your turn.
Okay.
Pick which characters you'd like to go.
That will be Rose. Rose is gonna go first and go for another magic missile.
Magic
which
missile advantage.
Gets advantage, thank goodness. Nope. Okay.
DC 11?
Yes. Which actually, so I had rolled an 8 and then a 4, so advantage is 8. So that's an 11 again.
You just got it.
Goodness gracious. Let's see that.
It launches off your fingertips.
Another 1.
1 point of damage.
Yeah.
You hit the back of its head and you see its slimy skin burn and disintegrate a bit. It's still standing, but now you can see a bit of the bone underneath.
Yes. Okay. Hilda is probably still there with her club and wants to go for the other kneecap.
Worked the first time.
It worked the first time. Why can't it work the second time? And it won't.
What'd you roll?
A 5, so she would probably...
Runs up, and as she swings for the kneecap, like I described, the cloak is made of connected to the shadow. It cuts through it like it was shadow itself. No hit.
This is awkward. Which we're gonna have Jasper go next. Alright. He gets advantage. Thank goodness, because that was a 5. Okay, that's an 11.
Okay. 11 for the dagger?
Yes.
Great. Jasper quickly gets up and goes to strike it right in its face. It hits.
Okay. And then the dagger is a... Oh, I didn't write down what it was, but I think it's a D4.
The dagger is a D4, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have to find a different D4 after this. A 1. Come on, buddy boy.
It had 1 HP.
Oh, shut up!
You stab it into the face. And it vanishes. Smoke dissipates, and you see the woman shackled to the table, just pale white, panicking. She is trying to get out as hard as she can since the creature returned.
Oh, sorry, I guess, let me help you up, as Rose goes to help her up. It's awkward, sorry.
It takes some time. The torch eventually dies out. And the room is fully lit blue from under the table. not a good sign. Not a good feeling is happening. Without Nibs here to help, it takes a long time to take the shackles off this girl.
Yeah.
But you do. And via Discordy, you get her stats.
Oh, whoops.
She introduces herself. I'm Duchess Orlok. I'm from the town, and I came up to stop the blizzard, and that thing, it caught me and dragged me here. And then when it heard you coming, it shackled me up on the table.
Well, I suppose it's a good thing we're here now.
She looks human. Maybe not fed for some time. Makes sense for the town being trapped in a blizzardy darkness. She does not seem to have any bite marks.
It's gonna be my next question. How are you feeling? You don't look so good. Never mind. I assume all this food here is not good food.
When you turn to look at the food, it is now rotten.
Yep.
Dried and old.
Oh, I thought so. But, one would hope for maybe an apple, but, it's alright. Look, we've got 2 choices for you. Would you prefer to go back on your own, or would you prefer to join us and stick with us? We cannot guarantee your safety, by the way.
You're here to stop the blizzard?
Yep. No ulterior motives here.
I'll come with you.
Oh, cool. You know what that means.
We're back up to 5.
We're back up to 5, baby. Well, alright. And Jasper's over there just like just like bleeding from his mouth.
He's deeply bleeding. You can do anything to help him, bandage him up or anything?
What's really funny is I decided to take, I think it was light instead of healing touch.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's really much that can be done other than doing a rest.
You don't feel like this is a safe place for a
Not
rest?
at all.
Oh, wait. I'm wrong.
Oh, really? Because
Oh, no, I'm wrong again. This does not seem like a safe place to rest.
Okay, because I was like, I thought we was getting bad vibes here.
Roll me a wisdom check. You can use whoever has the highest.
Okay, thank you. That sounds nice. Okay, the highest wisdom.
I think that's Prim.
Yeah, well, Prim and Rose are actually the same.
They're tied. Yeah.
Yeah, they're tied. They both have a +2.
Yeah, so you have +2 to the roll.
Yeah, so Chad, if you randomly see my mouse, it's because I'm clicking my Trello board, but you can't see it. So I just realized that. So that's cool. 14.
14. Rose comes to the conclusion that the party needs to find a better, safer place to recover. Prim speaks up and mentions that, well, in an old fortress like this, there might be a chapel of some kind. If we can find it, it might be a safe place to rest.
Oh, well, if that's the case, guess we better find it. And, poor Jasper, tries, just coughing blood.
Hilda's holding him up the best she can.
She's doing her best. Even though her strength is a 10. And I guess they're just gonna slowly make their way and probably follow Prim, who can probably more divinely sense a church than
the room
else.
Exiting the room is complete darkness, so you're going to need some light.
Okay. Do I need to recast light for Prim?
So you failed the light spell.
Oh, that's right, I did.
So
and
you
I can't use it
cast
till the
that
rest.
spell until rest.
Okay. So then Prim will bring out her last torch. So she is out of torches now.
Great. As you wander the halls of the lower level, the ground floor of this fortress, you find a large open chamber. Candles lit on an altar. Vaulted ancient stone ceilings made thousands of years ago. A window opening with no glass, but a good cold breeze comes in. Good cold. Compared to everything else in this place, it's probably much colder than we think it is. Surprisingly, a single shaft of moonlight hits the altar. It's exactly what Prim thought. Prim rushes over and notices that the altar is an altar from the House of Radiance. It's something that was added later, not long ago.
Well, and like interrupting Rose is like Jasper continually like hacking. Oh, and Hills, you'll be fine, I guess. We'll find out. Not the greatest bedside manner, but they'll follow Prim to kind of like at least as close to a secluded cave areas, so there's less surface area to be scared from. Or something coming around the corners.
Of course. When you get there, Prim moves some of the candles carefully to make a giant circle around the party. Go ahead and roll a intelligence check for Rose.
Okay. Rose is hella intelligent. I think it's a +3 because it's a 17.
Yeah.
$11. This is like the bazillionth time I've rolled an 8.
Hey, that's pretty good though. It's not lower than a 10. That's
It's
a
true.
good thing. Rose notices something like a little square shape inside the altar. She goes to grab it and pulls it out. Dust hits her in the face. It's just dust. She keeps opening the box that she has now found. Inside lies an idol, a very small symbol of a golden circle with a silver crescent on the side. Prim instantly notices that that is a symbol of the House of Radiance.
I suppose that's something good.
There we go. Prim knows that if she uses this symbol here, due to the signs of the creature, she might have some bonuses to gain from it.
Well, if that's the case, Hilda's gonna like ragdoll lean Jasper up against one of the sides of the walls and start to like set up camp in the best way that she can, and will enlist Orlok's help.
Great.
To allow Prim to kind of sit there and do what she needs to, and they'll start a fire with the torch.
It costs 3 torches to start a fire, by the way.
3? But what if... Oh, no. Wait. Let me check my dead characters, see if there's something.
You can roll a d6 to see if you can find some sticks.
Yeah, probably Prim
But it's
has...
going to be outside of the ring of candles.
Prim has flint and steel as well.
That's great.
So
still
that
need
could
wood.
help, but I still need sticks. Yeah, Hilda is going to, so Prim will have told her, go, find some sticks or, things to, light. And Hilda will go scouting around the safest parts of the chapel.
She will take the torch
break down
with
a
her.
pew or something, yeah.
She'll take the torch with her because the circle is lit by the candles. As Hilda wanders alone into the darkness, she finds some corners that she tucks behind and looks around.
It's a good sound.
Thanks. I try. She looks around a corner and sees art on the wall. And on the wall, she spots kind of like a sketched image carved into the wall that is of the fortress itself. And she sees on its tallest tower, on its highest peak, like a red gem built into the stone.
Uh-oh.
She sees down below on the bottom of the mountain a red gem. And she sees maybe one story up, it looks like, another gem. Hilda, the roustabout, has found a map of the fortress carved into the wall with 3 spots marked.
Heck yeah.
The highest tower, the lowest dungeon, and upstairs.
Fantastic. Are all the gems the same color?
They're all the same color.
Okay. Oh, your camera froze again.
I know. It wants me to refresh, but I will not.
It's okay. It'll be easy to fix.
Let's hope. So, Hilda needs to roll a d6.
Okay. 4.
4. She finds 2 sticks. Great.
Need one more.
Need one more.
Are there any pews around that she could just, kick down?
The pews are made of stone, sadly.
I
like everything
was-
else here.
I assumed so, but, had to be sure.
But you can go look.
Yeah. She won't go much farther than where she's at now.
Okay.
But she'll have, she'll probably take note of the map and write it down to the best of her ability to take back with her.
Sure.
And then continue to look for that one last stick.
Nothing under the pews. Maybe there's something in the dark entrance that you first came in.
Yeah, that's where I was gonna suggest next. She'll kind of go towards the entrance, but try to stay in, visual of everybody else as best she can.
Like seeing someone down the hall with a flashlight.
Yeah.
You're like, Hilda, please stay close.
I'm trying.
In this room it is cold. In this room it is dark except for your torch. And you look up and you see 2 gem eyes.
Oh no.
It's on a statue.
Oh.
Statue with horns, statue with wings, looking down, stuck in a perpetual grin. And you see some broken wood under its claw, like it was meant to be hanging on a piece of wood.
I just see something about the dwarves' personality. They're not. They're more of, wealth of people. Generous. Okay. she's gonna leave the gems there.
Okay.
A lesser creature would want to grab them, but not Hilda.
Okay.
Kitty, what are you doing? Don't eat the plastic. Come here.
Cats.
Kitty. Girl. Stinker. She's gonna collect the sticks, look at this statue, just kind of like I'm watching you, and make her way back to be able to start the fire. Don't die.
I'm trying not to die.
Well, I
don't
can't
wanna be
tell
like
what's
Nibs.
happening because your camera's frozen.
I could push the refresh button.
Do it.
All right, here we go,
Do
everybody.
it. Everything will be fine. You'll just be alone with me. Ha ha ha.
Womp womp.
Cmike will be right
wait.
back.
Can't access my camera.
What? Bernie?
We're here.
Are you though?
We made it. We made it. We made it, everybody.
Perfect. If you hear any noise in the background, it's because my cat is destroying cardboard.
Fantastic.
So, good times. Okay. And it didn't mess anything up.
That's because I knew what I was doing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, me.
Shocked.
All right, so you got your stick and multiple sticks. You head back, you start the campfire, and you can start a long rest.
Yes.
Fantastic. So, for this long rest, everyone gets to roll, recover all their hit points.
Okay.
And your 4 remaining party members, not the Duchess, they can roll hit die and level up.
Let's do that, please. Okay, we'll start with Hilda. The hit die was a D4. Another 1.
Fantastic.
Okay. And what all does leveling up do for that?
Just roll on your which person was this?
This was Hilda.
Hilda. So the roustabout, roll a 2d6, and we can get her talent.
Okay. 4, 5.
You got a 5. That means Hilda gains the ability to wield a weapon or armor.
Ooh. That actually would be great. I want to give her another weapon.
All right.
I'm going to give her another club.
Oh, no, she doesn't get a weapon. She gets the ability to learn a new weapon.
Oh,
so she
learn
already
a
knows
new
clubs, daggers, hammers, staff.
Okay, I'm going to have her learn daggers. Just in case Jasper dies. She can
already
use
knows
his
dagger.
weapon. She already
So you
knows dagger?
Yeah, that's what the roustabouts do.
Oh,
So you can learn
let's see.
swords, axes.
Axe. And my axe.
You want an axe?
Yep.
All right. She's learned an axe.
Fantastic. She's gonna make one herself. Okay.
She beats up the club during the short rest and then takes a
And
piece of
forges
stone
it.
from the pew and makes an axe out of it.
I love this. Okay.
All right, let's get Jasper.
Jasper.
Should be a D4 as well.
Yes. Yep.
A 1.
Yeah.
1 more HP.
Okay, which is great because now our poor boy is at 7. And then for his talent, 5, 8.
8. That's pretty good. +1 to any 2 traits, but can't be the same.
Ooh. We're gonna do a +1 to his dex. So that'll be a 7. And his charisma is gonna go up to also be a 9. And then we've got Prim, who's also going to level up. I'm gonna grab another D4 real quick, because that's like 7 ones in a row.
Pretty great. Yeah, so Prim gets a 1. Well, does Prim do a D4? Hey chat, how you doing? Hope you're having a great time. We're having a blast. You're about to witness some murder.
Oh.
What?
Okay. That's a 4 for Prim.
What is her hit die? A D6.
Yes. Oh, that's right. 6.
She gets 6 more HP.
Oh my gosh. So that's 11 total for that. And then we're gonna do the D6s. That's also an 8. I assume that's the same increase.
An 8?
Mm-hmm.
On talent?
Yes.
Prim now gets a +1 to any priest spell check.
Ooh. Okay.
Then let's do Rose.
+1.
Rose is a D4.
Rose is indeed a D4. That's a 1. And then talents. 6.
+2 to intelligence or +1 to wizard spell casting. Your choice.
Intelligence is already +3, and then I have a
And
+1.
it maxes out at 18 for a +4.
Oh, if that's the case, then yes.
But you could just go for the +2 because you only get a +1 out of that.
True. Yeah, let's do that. The +2 to spellcaster check.
Great.
And then for those 2, I also get to upgrade to new spells. Or at least one new spell.
Each one learns 1 new first tier spell.
Okay. So
Great.
for my... Oops. For my wizard, I had picked... I think Healing Hands was my other one that I was gonna do. Or Cure Wounds. Yeah, that's Priest, so that's gonna be Prim who's going to take Cure Wounds because we've proven that we needed it.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got Cure Wounds. Make sure I mark that off. And then for my wizard, I had picked... Oh, I don't see the one that I picked. I'm gonna go back up.
At the... What would be Dawn?
Can I increase a spell that I already have?
How so?
Like,
Make it more powerful or something?
yeah.
On a critical hit, you can.
Okay, so only increase. Cat.
At dawn,
Cat.
the carriage arrives on the bridge. No one's there to be picked up,
Nope.
and the carriage continues on. Jasper wakes up from a long rest. Feels an ache in his neck. Didn't sleep that well.
No, he did not.
Hilda speaks up about the map, so everyone's aware that, hey, there was kind of like a gem up on a tower. There was a gem upstairs, it looks like, and somewhere down below. Don't really have much time, but we should check them out. and maybe be the hit to what we need.
All right. We might as well. And they're going to go inspect it, take a look at it, and see where it gives them to the direction to go that is closest to where they're at now.
It would be upstairs.
Okay. So I think they would pretty much all collectively decide that's the closest place to go.
Perfect.
Let's move that way.
As you guys go up the massive 40-foot wide stairs, it rises up 80 feet. It's huge. It turns into a small medium landing. The stone walls are covered in frost. But then you see to the next room, there are 2 stairs. That it splits off and goes to 2 different doors. It does kind of look to Prim that it's the same room, 2 different stairs. As Jasper slowly approaches it carefully, we see that in these indents in the wall on the stairs lie suits of orc armor from thousands of years ago, each wielding a massive axe, each curved with the head of a dragon on the headpiece.
Would there be some sort of, like, intelligence check to see if, like, almost like rolling, like, history to know anything more about these statues?
You can roll an intelligence check, yeah.
Okay. That's what Rose is gonna do. I'm gonna have her roll.
Rose is gonna think about this, guys.
Rose is gonna think about this. 12, 15.
15. Rose looks at the armor and thinks about both the history of this place, the history of that armor. It's definitely been here for a long time. Orcs fought the Dragonborn and the dragons a lot, so having an axe like that makes a lot of sense. These are artifacts. And as she's thinking carefully, she sees that there is some type of mechanical silvery wire attached to the armor.
Okay.
If only Nibs was here.
Yeah. Yep. If only Nibs was here. Fucking Nibs. The chosen one. Rose is the main character, apparently, right now.
Yeah, the leader.
Rose is the leader now. She's going to very gently run her finger by the silver wire to see where it starts and where it ends.
Roll a dex check. Got a -1.
Yep. 17.
It goes down it goes through the armor into the wall into a nice little tiny hole. But in the armor, it's attached to the hands holding the axe. She's like, okay, I see where the string's connected to. It's connected to the axe. It goes into the wall. Beyond that, traps are not Rose's specialty.
Nope, it's nobody's specialty. But you know what? Maybe it'll be Jasper's.
Maybe. This dude's been pretty lucky.
This dude has been pretty lucky. So Rose will call over to Jasper to come over to see what he can make of it. See if he maybe has like some sort of natural talent. Maybe he's been watching Nibs, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally.
See what we can do with him.
Yeah. That makes sense. Totally.
Yeah.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah, Jasper's definitely gonna set off this trap. Yep. So Jasper, thinking he's so cool, doing the coolest things, is basically gonna take his hand and like to basically feel up the wall, to see if there's anything there that like could reveal itself to him.
As he's like trying to go through past the statue or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a dex check.
Yeah. 15.
15. All right, I'm gonna roll an attack roll. 10. What is Jasper's AC?
10.
Jasper gets hit by the axe as he was checking the wall when his foot goes down a little bit on a base plate, and the axe comes swinging down on him.
Oh, Jasper.
4 points of damage
Yeah.
as the axe cuts down on his back.
Oh, well, you're fucking useless. And Hilda just comes back over to drag him off, like, out of the way. And that was like, was that one of the only traps, was just that axe?
It was that statue, and there was a statue on the other set of stairs. So you've got 2 stairs. One has a trap gone off. The other one doesn't. You don't know yet because you haven't checked that spot.
Yeah.
You can continue up this set of stairs. It's up to you.
Yeah. We'll start with one way, and then go the other if necessary.
All right. The party follows Jasper up these stairs, stepping over the axe. Who's the last person to step over the axe?
Hilda.
Roll a dex check.
Oh, that went flying.
You gotta roll softer.
Apparently. I don't know where that went. Oh, there it is. 17.
17. Steps over it, and as Hilda finishes stepping over it, the axe goes up.
Oh boy.
Back into position. All right, you walk up into the next room, an audience hall of some sort. Dim blue flickering light being casted from outside from the courtyard. There sits a single ancient throne, lined with skulls made to fit a king of giants. There are suits of elven armor lining the wall. Elven armor in the style of Roman warriors on mannequins.
Does it look like there's any traps on the elven armor? Because I'd love to find out.
Go ahead and see if you can check it out. Dexterity check.
17.
Who's doing this?
Rose.
Rose? Cool. -1. So,
16.
16. To the best of Rose's ability, she doesn't see any wires or things that she saw before. She's like, okay, no traps.
She goes to grab one of the bits of elven armor, but stops herself.
It's old, too, thousands of years. It's worth something.
Exactly. But she's been a bit scared since the trap downstairs. But is going to continue forward towards the throne with everybody else.
Jasper seems like he's struggling to walk over to the throne.
You know what? Prim says, oh, wait, hold on just a second. And goes next to Jasper and does Cure Wounds on him.
She goes to cast Cure Wounds to heal his back.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll a DC 11 spell casting check.
Okay. Oh, that's going to be a 9 with the +1.
You got the +1, and then you also have +2 because of your wisdom score, so you have +3.
Oh, that's right. It is wisdom. I forgot about that.
So you should succeed that.
Yep.
You heal Jasper. Go ahead and roll the healing die. I think it's a 2d6?
Yes. 2d6. 5.
5. Oh, Jasper's solid.
Jasper's fine now.
But something's wrong.
Oh no.
There's still a scar on Jasper. There's something
Yep.
on his neck. There's bite marks.
What? Prim's not gonna say anything to anyone.
She looks around to make sure no one else notices, and she notices the Duchess is missing.
No! That fucking bitch. Now she's gonna say something. And the other one's gone. And all of them are gonna draw their weapons.
Sheesh. Everyone.
I don't count anymore.
You are in the audience hall of a throne. The Duchess is missing. There's a bite mark on Jasper's neck.
Mm-hmm.
Jasper draws his dagger. Hilda draws her club. Prim, ready with her holy symbol. Rose, ready with her fingers to cast. What do you want to do? What do you think you should do?
It's the throne room. So the chances of the I'm gonna roll to see if Rose thinks this and it's not just me metagaming. Yeah, she'll think it. That's 12. And then high intelligence. She's going to assume that because this is a throne room, the object that they are looking for would not be here. So therefore, it is not a good place to stay, despite the treasure. So she's going to communicate that to everybody. So maybe we should... This thing's probably not here. We're going to now be hunted by apparently a new vampire. Jasper's going to change, and we should get the fuck out.
Roll on the umbral clock.
4.
4. The clock is at 4.
Okay.
4 is when you get a chance. Let me roll a d4. 2. Okay. Do you want to leave the fortress, or do you want to hurry somewhere else to find the thing that you're looking for?
That's a good question.
The map said the high tower, or deeper down below.
Deeper down below.
All right. You hurry across the halls, looking for a way down. Don't risk taking the stairs and popping off a trap. There has to be another way.
Ready? Hold on, my cat's about to eat my plant.
Oh no, the plant is going to die.
Little stinker.
Little stinkers.
He's orange. He can't risk any more brain cells.
Amazing. You run into another room, and you find in this room is another dining table. At the other end, eating limbs of fresh kill, is another vampire.
Mm-hmm.
It looks up, blood dripping from its mouth. It's silhouetted by blue light casting through a window. Its eyes reflective red, looking at you. It slowly stands. You quickly close the door and run in a different room.
Yeah.
Give me a intelligence check for Rose.
Okay.
Trying to figure out where to go next.
21.
Right. That's pretty good. You open a closet. Inside the closet, trying to hide from whatever vampire that is, right?
Yeah.
Open the door. Shut it behind you. In this closet, you find yourself the aroma of grease and oil. The closet is filled with gears, ropes, and pulleys. And you see an elevator.
Fantastic.
What do you do? I'm not going to take your agency away from you.
They're gonna go down.
You go down?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. You all climb in as the shadow of something walks by under the door. The knob of the door starts to turn. Give me a dex check.
Okay. For who?
Everybody? Yes, for everybody. So we'll just pick the one who has the highest.
Okay. The highest dice I think
Hilda.
is actually, yeah, it's Hilda.
With a 0.
10.
Great. You start to pull the rope to go down the elevator. As you do, the door opens, and you see, as you're leaving the upper floor, you see the two eyes standing there looking at you. And you just keep going down and down, deeper and deeper.
This phone is like super hot.
Oh no. Well, if your phone dies, we can always have me roll for you.
Yeah, but I want to roll myself.
All right.
I'll make it work. Okay.
You get to the bottom. Complete darkness.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Since we've had a rest, Prim is going to try light again. So let's do that.
And I should remind you, based off the D4 roll I rolled, the clock restarted at 24, and you avoided an encounter.
Oh, that's horrifying. And great. Okay. 19.
19. Wait.
So this was for doing light.
Casting the light spell.
Casting
Thank
the
you.
light spell, yeah.
I was like, you rolled for a torch?
Yeah.
So, what does she cast? What does Prim, the gnome priest, cast light spell on?
She's going to continuously cast it on her cross that she has.
So, she's going to cast it on her cross. Continuously. Doesn't really work.
That's true. Every time she does it, she'll do it on her cross.
In an hour, it will fade.
Yeah.
You hear, echoed in the darkness, my heroes, welcome to my lair, my home. I will see you soon.
Nope, don't like that.
Prim, with the idol, knows in the back of her mind, when the light spell ends, which is in real world 60 minutes, this creature will show up.
So we have 60 minutes to find the thing and get out.
Cast a light spell.
Yep.
You see yourself. You are in a dark and dank dungeon. Skeletons of prior victims scatter the room. It almost feels like a butcher shop with frozen undead zombies hanging and moaning. The floor is about 3 feet deep, filled with water. Prim is kind of nervous getting into it because it'll go up to right above her chest.
Yep.
A little bit lower on Hilda.
Jasper's gonna carry it.
All right. Hilda jumps in. Hilda's maybe ribs high in the water.
Okay. Yeah, they're gonna continue on. They're literally hell-bent to finding this object. Did we know what the object looked like?
You don't know. You just know that it has something that can end the blizzard.
Potentially some sort of heat source, maybe.
Go ahead and roll a d20 as your party sloshes through this cold water around zombies hanging from the ceiling.
5.
5. Let's see, we got 4 characters. I'm going to say Hilda's a 1, Jasper's a 2, Prim's a 3, Rose is a 4.
Okay.
3. As you're sloshing around, Jasper feels something tug on his leg since Prim is on top and being held by him.
Uh-huh.
He's like, something's in the water.
How quickly can they get to surface?
You're in a dark room where almost like pillars are hung zombie bodies.
Yeah.
And it's just complete darkness in any free direction, so you can't tell quite yet.
Okay, that's true, because it is darkness.
Roll on the umbral clock.
Oh, shit.
D6.
Shit. 3.
3. So, that 60 minutes is also tied to the umbral clock. So if the umbral clock hits 0, it replaces the 60 minutes.
Okay, so they're going to have what weapons drawn that they can, and they're just going to continue faster.
Great.
Because it's pointless to just, stab the water.
As you're running and you're making more and more noise, you do 2 things. 1, roll on the umbral clock 1 more time, and then 2nd, you will find a platform above the water.
Okay.
Snow and wind blowing down into it.
Okay, say that again. I had to rescue my cat from plastic.
Snow and wind will be blowing down on this stone platform that you find above the water, but you do need to roll on the umbral clock.
Okay. Mika redeemed air guitar. Okay, umbral clock. 1.
1?
Yep.
Clock's at 20. All right. When you get to the platform, you see someone of a familiar face. Go ahead and roll a d6. 3 or lower, it's Aja.
Oh.
4 or higher, it's Nibs.
Come on! It's a 4.
Nibs is sitting up. It's like, where'd you guys come from?
Does he
not looking good?
Okay, so
I fell and I caught on the edge of the cliff and I climbed my way up here.
Sir, what can I roll for sus?
Sus? You could do a charisma check.
Oh.
Prim's pretty good at those.
Yeah, charisma. Okay. Prim is gonna step forward with her light cross, just freaked out. That's a natural 1.
Prim believes that this is Nibs.
Oh boy. Shit. Okay. It's not looking good. So everyone else continuously has their weapons drawn and like watching him. Is he approaching them? Or is he just kind of standing there?
He's kind of standing there, kind of like dusting off and stuff. Prim approaches as you spoke. What does Prim say to Nibs?
I mean, it's true. You are made of stone. So I can see it.
See what?
That you're not maybe dead.
Oh, I appreciate that. Did you find the thing we were looking for?
No, did you?
Roll on the umbral clock. And this time, because of the natural 1, it's now a D8.
Oh, come on. Okay, fine. Seven.
Clock's at 13.
Ugh.
Jasper asks, did you find the thing we were supposed to be looking for? This thing that's supposed to end the blizzard.
Yeah, did you find it? We didn't. Did you maybe find it?
No, I was climbing a cliff.
I mean, you never know.
Maybe I passed it, I'm not sure, but why would it be out there?
I don't know. And Rose is gonna step forward and roll charisma to check because she thinks this. Nope. Everyone thinks this is Nibs.
Yep, this is Nibs.
Everyone thinks this is Nibs. You know, we're just gonna go for nope. There's 3, 4. Yep, everything was under a 10.
Yeah. So Nibs speaks up, going, if it was down here, it would be, I don't know, maybe it is down here. Did you guys look for a thing yet?
Not yet, we just got down here. And they're all just gonna approach him.
Okay, they all get closer, they get out of the water. And as they get out of the water starts to splosh a bit more. All right. Nibs, what do you want the party to do with Nibs?
They're suspicious of him, but they're not going to attack him.
Okay. Do you want to leave the dungeon, explore more of the dungeon?
Because right there is the... Well, because then if they explore more of the dungeon, do they have to go back in the water?
Yes.
Well, they can't exactly leave because that's their job. So they're going to go back in the water. And they're just going to take Nibs with them.
Nibs follows along into the water. Roll the underworld clock. D8.
1.
1. Great. 12. All right. Go ahead and give me intelligent checks. Or just 1. You can have Rose do it.
15, 18.
Great. You find these cells that are half flooded and they are slightly open. In one of them you see a crate that is closed floating there. In the other one you see a crate that's open floating and has bottles in it.
Since Rose is the tallest out of all of them, she's gonna take a peek inside the one that, like, just to make sure that there's only bottles in that one, and then try to look inside the one that's sealed, just because she wants to get out of here and wants to find this thing.
Rose goes to the crate, the floating crate with the bottles.
Mm-hmm.
There are 4 healing potions in this crate.
Okay, then.
But roll on the umbral clock, D8, because she went into this
Yep.
cell to look at the box.
8.
Clock's at 4.
Get out the water.
Okay.
Okay. They're gonna continue on to get out.
Rose starts to see bubbles around the water.
Don't freak out, there's just some bubbles.
Just some
But,
bubbles.
You know, have your weapons out just in case.
Who do you have go look at the other box?
It's
closed
gonna
box.
continue to be her. She's gonna
Rose,
do it.
everyone's just watching as Rose goes to one cell and goes to the next cell.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? The rest of the party is gonna continue forward, whereas Rose is still kind of behind-ish.
She would be in complete darkness.
Oh, okay, then never mind.
Okay. She opens this other crate. It's stuck a bit, so give me a dex check.
Oh boy. That's cocked. 18.
18. She opens it. She gets that lock that's nice and rusty off. Inside is a red gem. Just a small red gem. One that exactly matches the description from the map.
She'll grab it.
She grabs it.
Yeah.
In her mind, she hears the sound of the blizzard.
They need all 3.
What do you do?
They're gonna go back to the throne room. So, I have this suspicion that we need all of those gems that were listed on the map. And everyone just, like, looks behind like, what? We gotta go back to the throne room. And so they're gonna continue their way to the throne room.
Nibs is like, there's a throne room? Amazing.
Yeah! It's pretty cool. It's way bigger than you, but it's pretty cool.
You all hurry and slosh through the water to get back to the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
Roll on the umbral clock.
I was waiting for that. D8?
D8. You have 4 on the clock.
4.
The clock strikes 0.
Ugh.
2 things happen.
Yep.
First, who is your least favorite member of the party right now?
Favorite? Hilda?
Surrounding Hilda, coming out of the
Okay.
water, 4 zombies, waxed flesh, come out and grab her by her arms. She screams bloody murder as they surround and grab her. She gets to have 1 dex check.
Oh. Okay. Come on. A natural 1.
As you see the zombies jump up and grab her, the rest of your party panic steps back, but she doesn't make it.
What? I'm shocked. Ugh. Alright. Let's move the counter. I'm not counting nibs yet because I don't trust
Not
him.
counting Nibs? All right, you make it to the elevator. Thankfully, there's now room in this small elevator for Nibs.
Yeah, I don't trust nibs right now.
Everyone gets into the elevator. Nibs joins you. And as you try to pull onto the rope to lift. It's very heavy. There's like someone made of stone on this now. And as you're slowly lifting up, a head of hair lowers itself in front of you. Red eyes. It's the Duchess.
No.
Hanging upside down with fangs.
Does it go by very quickly?
It lowers its head and looks at you and goes, I told you I'd find you. So, you came to end the blizzard. I'm gonna say Jasper's like really trying his hardest. Like, no.
Yeah.
I think you should come back into the water and play with me. And without jumping in front, you see the head rotate as if like the body's crawling on the wall outside.
Ooh.
I need, let's see. We're going to have Nibs. No, not Nibs yet. Let's go Jasper. Jasper needs to roll a charisma check or be charmed.
What if my wizard has charm person? Could it negate?
It's possible.
19.
19. He closes his eyes like, no. She curses and goes, how dare you say no to me? And you see that her face kind of shrivels and tightens and almost turns into a kind of draconic figure.
Ooh. You know, Rose is gonna cast charm person on this.
Yeah? Charm
Yeah.
person?
Nah.
All right.
Okay, so charm person, a humanoid of level 2 or less. So I guess it depends on their level.
Come here, my sticky note.
Come here. You can't eat the plastic.
I'm sorry, but the spell doesn't work.
Okay. Okay.
She reaches in and goes to grab Jasper. Does anyone get in her way?
Depends. Am I allowed to control Nibs?
Do you want to sacrifice Nibs?
I don't want to sacrifice anybody. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna let him go because he's already been bitten anyways.
Jasper?
Yeah, Jasper was bit.
All right, we're letting Jasper go.
Yeah.
All right.
Letting Jasper go.
The Duchess makes a claw attack reaching in. +5 to the 7. That's a 12. Does that hit Jasper?
Yeah, his AC's 10.
Fantastic. Three points of damage.
Okay. 4.
And her hand moves super quick, making multiple cuts very quickly. Okay. 5. And then 5 points of damage.
Oh, he's out.
So she goes in, scratches his throat open, and then rips his face off with one hand reaching in.
Yeah. Okay.
Jasper falls. Nibs quickly grabs the rope and tries to pull, and they successfully get out of the dungeon.
Oh my gosh, that's literally...
Jasper's body is with you as you're going up.
Oh, that's sad.
Yep. Where do you want to go?
They're gonna loot his body first. There's no way
Great.
you're gonna come back from that.
Yeah, great. You take his stuff.
So we're gonna take his stuff. And they're gonna make their way to the throne room in a massive hurry.
Great. Roll on the umbral clock. That 24 again.
3.
Great. It's 21. You get to the throne room.
Okay. They're gonna make their way towards the throne to see if the thing is there. The jewel.
Okay. Run over there, and you find not a jewel.
Okay.
Let me bring it up so I can know what it is. You find the hilt of an old stone sword. In the pommel, there is a gem.
Is it a red gem?
It's a red gem on one side. On the other side, there is no gem. There's a socket for one, but it's missing.
Oh, Rose is gonna take the gem and with the hilt and put the other gem on the other side.
Great.
Oh, sorry.
No. Go ahead.
Oh no, that was all that she was gonna do.
Great. She feels that it, like a magnet, magically locks into place.
Perfect. She's gonna communicate. Rose is gonna communicate to the others, Nib and Prim. Okay, so we found 2 of the 3. We clearly need another one, so up we go. And Prim is just like absolutely like dying. Like, not only is that like a shit ton of stairs, but like just lost Jasper, who was like carrying her this whole time.
Nibs goes, I can help, Prim.
No, it's okay. It'll be fine.
Are you sure?
No, please carry me.
Nibs helps carry Prim. And they go to another set of stairs, a spiral set of stairs.
Oh boy.
It's like another 40, 60 feet going up these stairs.
Okay.
Who's holding the torch at this point?
There is no torch. It's just Prim with her cross.
Great. Go ahead and cast light again.
Okay. That's an 8, but I have, what is it?
Plus 3.
11.
11. And light is a first tier spell?
Yes.
Great. Works.
Perfect.
Walking up these wide, 30-foot wide spiral stairs for 40, 60 feet, just going up. Lit by the holy symbol of this gnome priest being held by this stone golem marionette. Mm-hmm. Being led by Rose, a half-elf wizard. You no longer have your black dragonborn with you, your human roustabout, or your dwarven roustabout. It's just the 3 of these.
Yeah.
You make it to a level of this, what feels like a round tower at this point. You've been going up. There's a bridge, a doorway to a bridge that goes into the blizzardy snow. You take a peek and you see that there's another tower that goes even higher. And it's not, I wouldn't say it's perfectly round like a circle tower.
Yeah.
It's more like an octagon.
Neither of them are going to go without thinking about it too much, and they're going to just go. Because they know if they stay behind at all, that vampire is going to come get them.
Roll on the umbral clock.
Okay. 3.
It's a D8.
Oh. 4.
There we go. 17. You step out into the cold blizzard. You see the blue flickering light of the blue flame torches along the walls down below. You are maybe 150 feet high from the ground entrance that you first came in.
Mm-hmm.
You're exhausted. You've been running up and down these stairs. You get into the other room, across the bridge, rolling on the umbral clock as you enter a new space. A big new space.
4.
4. All right. You're doing good.
Now.
You go up this a small set of stairs, and you find yourself in this room. This single room surrounded by balconies. The snow surrounding this top of the tower. In the center is a floating, beating giant's heart.
Oh boy. And that's it? That's in there?
Yep.
Reggie, did you just run into the door?
Little one.
Okay. Everybody, I feel like they would all have this hurried sense of urgency, not only because Jasper is now gone, and this thing is now following them. They want to get out of here. They're half successful, or 2/3 of the way successful, they think. Rose hates the cold and is going to fire off a missile at the heart.
Great. Roll a spellcasting check with advantage.
17. Okay, 17, 18, 19, dirty 20.
Great. You cast your spell. Let's see if I can get that. There we go. I found it.
Oh,
You
that's
cast-
so cool.
You cast the spell, hits the heart. It shrivels just a little bit, like it got punched, right?
Yeah.
And then it continues beating, just beats faster though. Roll on the umbral clock.
Okay.
How much damage, by the way?
Oh, that was a D4.
4.
4.
Great.
Oh, a 1. Oh, no, never mind. It's a D8.
D8.
7. Shit.
Clock's at 9.
Okay.
All right.
Rose is gonna take 5 seconds to think and roll an intelligence check to think if there is anything else that she in her knowledge could do to this thing
Yeah.
to help.
Go for it.
Oh, but it's a 6. She's not doing so hot.
Rose's brain gets a little bit of a brain freeze right now.
Yeah, that checks out.
She's not really sure what to do.
She's going to instruct everybody to go and take a look around this tower to see if they can find anything to help them.
Okay.
So I assume that's an intelligence check for each person. Maybe Nibs, I don't know yet.
Yeah. We'll roll intelligence checks for everybody, including Nibs.
Prim was a 7. Nibs was an 11. We'll do another one. 2 for Rose.
It's really dark up here.
Yeah.
You notice Prim notices that the light of her spell starts to flicker a little bit. Prim mentions to everyone, "We need to hurry. My spell's running out."
I know, we're trying. You know what? just take everything you have and throw it. So each person...
Throw it where?
At the heart!
Just throw our stuff at it?
Well, no, not throw your stuff. I meant like spells and, knives. Things to damage it.
Nibs, do you have knives? Because last person I remember having knives was Jasper.
Okay. Nibs has...
Or did he drop everything?
He has daggers.
Nibs has daggers.
Nibs has daggers. And a grappling hook.
I have plenty of daggers. I use my grappling hook, though.
Because it was the only way to get him up.
Only way to get him up.
So yeah, we'll start with Nibs, who's like, yep, daggers, cool, that sounds great. That's a natural 20 to hit it. And then daggers, shit.
So with a natural 20, you get to double any numerical value.
Okay.
Oh, no, wait. No, that's a spell.
Yeah.
You do max damage plus an
extra die roll.
Extra die roll because explosion.
Okay, so max damage is 4.
So you get to explode with this. 5.
5.
5 points of damage.
Okay. And then...
Does he stab it? Throw it? How does Nibs...
Yeah, he's gonna stab it. And then Prim has Holy Weapon and a mace. So we're gonna do Holy Weapon, which is the weapon you touch becomes magical, has a +1 to attack and damage rolls. That's a fucking natural 1.
So what was the
Holy
natural 1
Weapon
for? The attack?
It was for the Holy Weapon.
The Holy Weapon spell?
Yep, didn't work.
So you can't cast that spell until you pay penance to your faith.
Yep.
But with that natural 1, I need you to roll on the umbral clock, and now it's a d10.
Oh, shut up. Oh, no, wait, my d10 is over here. Yeah. It's a 9.
The clock was at a 9.
Yep. Here she comes. Here she comes.
In the darkness around the tower lands her now in a black dress held like wings lands on the edge. Her skin pale, like she hasn't seen sunlight in 1,000 years. Eyes reflecting red. Well, hello, darlings.
No.
Let's roll initiative.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So let's see. If one of your characters can beat my roll,
They get to go first.
I rolled a 9.
Okay.
Plus. Do I have a plus? I do. It's a total of an 11.
Okay. Rose is an 8.
Minus 1.
Nibs is a 6.
Plus 3, that's a 9.
Prim's is an 8, so 11.
Minus 1.
Oh, yeah. I don't think so. I think she goes first.
So the Duchess takes a step into the high tower, and you now see from the torchlight on her forehead are horns that have grown and pulled back. Her fangs are longer than those of the vampires that you've already seen. And with a single move, she jumps and crawls across the ceiling and lands on top of Nibs. And she does 3 claw attacks.
Oh.
So we'll see. What's Nib's AC?
He has like the highest of all the ACs.
Yeah, it's a +3, so probably a 13?
Oh, it's a 14.
14. All right. 8 + 5. 13.
Oh.
Jumps on Nibs, goes to scratch. She hits in the wrong spot of the stone, and her claws bounce off.
Okay.
This one's a dirty 21.
Yeah.
And then this one is a dirty 20. So she hits successfully on the next two. She learned from that first attack.
Well...
So with these 2 claw strikes that go down on Nibs...
Oh, he's dead.
He takes a total of 9 points of damage.
He only had 4 HP.
Tell me how Nibs, this stone marionette, falls apart and falls to the ground. Or, actually, bigger question. Blaze of Glory or risk it all?
I'm gonna give him another chance. I'm gonna give him a scar. He's gonna lose one of his arms.
One of his arms is gone.
One of his stone arms just does not come back. It just disintegrates into dust.
Wow. He falls unconscious.
Yep. Okay, so
he's stable, but he's unconscious for him to
until
get
next rest, or at least until someone can get him
until
up.
someone can get him up.
Okay. So after that, so Nibs is down. She's done her attack.
It is now your turn.
Okay, so we're gonna have Rose go next. Turn person does not work. Protection from evil. Yeah. Rose is gonna cast protection from evil.
All right.
Okay, so here we go. Come on, Rose Quartz for Rose. 15's 18.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Protection from evil.
Yes. Okay, so we get disadvantage on attack rolls and spellcasting checks.
All right, so I have disadvantage on my attacks.
Yep. And then now is Prim, who cannot do that other one. So for spells, turn undead can't work.
Put it?
I don't know. That's a really good question.
It's a very good question.
Let me check turn undead. You know the turn undead spell? Okay. Turn undead, you rebuke undead creatures, forcing them to flee. Oh! You know what? This can work. Maybe if I can roll. Okay, so Prim is gonna try it. She's gonna dig deep down in her beautiful gnome heart that is probably just covered in rose petals. And is gonna clutch her cross and is going to cast Turn Undead.
Fantastic.
Okay, that's an 11.
An 11?
Yep.
The spell gets casted.
Oh wait, if it's a 13 to a thing... No, never mind. I don't get a plus for... Well, wait, no, wait. Charisma? Prim has high charisma. So it's a +2, so it's 11, 12, 13.
No, it's wisdom.
Oh, it's wisdom?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the undead creature that does the charisma check.
Yeah, undead creature within near
Okay.
must make a charisma check.
So
you
it's
successfully
a plus,
casted.
So wisdom is +2 and A, so it's 11, 12, 13.
Yep.
Okay.
So now, charisma check against your spellcasting check. If a creature fails by 10 points or more and is equal to or less than your level, it is destroyed. It is greater than your level.
Mm-hmm.
So it won't be destroyed.
Mm-hmm. Look, as long as it gives us more time.
On a fail, it flees for 5 rounds.
Seems good to me.
So I have to beat your...
13.
What was the roll that you made?
13.
13? Charisma check. What was her charisma that I sent you?
The charisma that you sent me, +2.
+2, thank you. All right, +2. 10. How does turn undead affect this Duchess vampire?
So, undead creatures, if they fail, they just flee from you for 5 rounds. So
Yeah, I want to hear what in your mind Prim's turn undead does.
Yeah.
And how that affects her.
You know
Center
what?
stage, right here.
I mentioned rose petals earlier, and I think that really fits Prim. So I think when she commands it to flee like that, it will fall into these rose petals on the ground, probably black roses, because it just fits that gothic theme. As it just lays on the floor, they can't be destroyed or done anything with. They just stay there.
The vampire becomes rose petal.
Yes. And doesn't take its form until that 5 rounds is up.
Wow.
So, the way it affects her is I have always liked, like in shows and other things where like the fingertips turn a different color. For her, they're gonna start turning blood red because it's what they suppose is a vampire. So the tips of her fingers start turning blood red as she turns to everybody else. And okay, so we have only not very long, and we need to just do damage on this thing. And points towards the heart. So she's gonna tell Rose, continue hitting it. I'm gonna help him, and she's going to cure wounds on Nibs.
Roll the cast. So Nibs
9, 10,
plus
11.
That works.
Okay, and then it was 2d6. Oh, that one was cocked. 4. You know what? He's fine. He only had 4 HP anyways.
Great.
Okay, so he's back up.
And then Rose casts a spell.
Yep,
You want to do magic missile at the heart?
I do.
Go ahead and give me a cast.
15,
We got this.
17.
17.
Then that's
That
a
hit.
D4. 3.
Great.
And then
It's beating.
really fast. Okay, and then
You notice at the end of that round, though, one finger fully goes blood red.
Oh, cool.
And there's 4 more fingers left to turn fully blood red.
Yep. Oh, that is so cool. Okay. So Nibs gets up, coughing dust, and gravel, and goes over to the heart to stab it.
With his one arm.
With his one arm. Goes to stab it at a 15.
That hits.
Can't see very well, but there's a shoot. And then that's a D4 as well. That's a 4. So 4
Great.
damage. And then Prim is gonna go up with her mace and take a swing at it.
Okay.
Let's see, where's the mace? Mace is a D6, I think.
D6.
Okay. That's a 12. And we're gonna do this D6. That's a 2.
2.
And then that's another round. So that's
Her ring finger starts... The blood comes out of right behind her nails and pours down and stains her finger.
Oh, that is so cool. She's just like admiring. I should paint my nails this color sometime. And then we're gonna do that whole thing again. So we're going to have... Where did my D20 just go? It just like disappeared off of
Is that on
my...
the other side of the box?
Nope, it's not. I don't know where my
You gotta grab a new one.
I gotta grab a different one. Okay, so magic missile, 14, and a 1 damage.
14 to cast, 1 damage.
Yep. And then Nibs is going to stab it. Misses with a 6, so he's not helpful there. Oh, there it is. I found it.
When he goes to stab it and miss, let's see. How does he miss the heart? Narratively.
He might have kind of like a phantom limb feeling and try to use that, like, utilize his other hand.
Okay.
But it might just drop it.
Yeah, he goes to use the other hand. It's like, oh no, it's not there anymore.
Yep. And then Prim, 17 to hit.
With a mace.
And 6 to damage.
Ooh, you're so close.
So close. Okay, so that's
now
3.
Her middle finger turns blood red. And the blood, you notice, starts to fill the palm of her hand as well.
Oh, that's even cooler. Okay, that's an 18 for magic missile.
Oh yeah, that. And I'm so glad you're not losing your magic missile.
I know, right? I'm just
because there's
sitting
no
here,
spell
like, thinking
slots.
about it.
Everybody,
Yeah.
If she rolls and misses her spell casting check, she can't cast the spell for the rest of the day.
Yep, and that's like all she could do except like hit it with her staff repeatedly, like Gandalf wants to do to Frodo. That was 1 damage, and then Nibs gonna 7. He misses, so he's just trying to still find his dagger on the ground.
Yep, he's not. He's stumbling. He's panicking.
He's stumbling, that poor man.
He's noticing. He's noticing that the pebbles are just slowly finding each other like magnets.
Oh boy, that's gonna be interesting. So he's sitting there hyperfixated. Prim's was a 10 to hit, which I don't know if it does.
When she goes to hit with it on a 10, it gets stuck in the heart.
Oof.
Blood sprays on her.
She's just like, that's so gross.
Her third finger, her fourth finger is now covered in red. She really can't tell the difference yet, because the whole hand is now covered in blood.
True. Okay, so we've got the one last one. Okay, 14 for magic missile.
Magic missile all the way.
And 4
Roll with
for
advantage to see if you get a crit, because
Ooh.
magic missiles always get advantage.
That's a good point. I forgot about that. Another 14.
Oh well.
Oh well. But I'll just re-roll the other 3 times.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
No.
But that was a 4 to damage.
Oh, that's great. You're doing so well.
I'm doing so good.
There is
Okay.
an actual number here. I'm not just making
Oh my
something
gosh. Okay. And then Nibs got a natural 1. He's still hyperfixated on the ground watching these magnetized things.
On a natural 1, he sees the magnets, the petals find each other, but he then turns and notices, because of the natural 1, the other vampire
Get me back up.
stand there and watch him.
Ah! And he's gonna just scream ah! in like fear. And then yeah, I think that's everything.
Is that
Oh no,
everyone's
Prim
turn?
gets to go one more.
She has to pull the
She
mace
has to
out
pull
of the
it
heart.
out, so
Strength check. -1.
4. She did not get it out.
It's stuck. Her hand slipped because it's covered in blood. She looks down at her hand. She can't tell if all her fingers are covered or not. But then, all of a sudden, her hand and goes for her own throat. She looks down, and it's no longer her hand, it's the matron's hand. And it's the matron's. It's the Vampire Duchess's turn.
Oh!
And you hear the other vampire on the side, like, Mother will get you now. All right. Should I do 3 claw attacks or a bite? Let's do a bite.
Let's do a bite. Yeah.
+7. 15 to hit, Prim?
Let me double check, but I think so. Yeah.
Her teeth sink into Prim's gnomish throat.
Poor thing.
She takes 3 points of damage.
Okay.
Then, you guys haven't taken a hit on this vampire, have you? I don't think so.
Yeah, I think we kept missing. Well, no, we never tried to hit her before.
Then, Prim also takes a d4, landed on a 4. 4 points taken away from her con mod.
Oh.
Or not mod, constitution total score.
Yikes. That's an
If
8
that
now.
con hits 0, she dies.
Oh.
And rises.
Oh. We're gonna have to kill Prim. Can Prim fight it? Like,
Nope, it's the constitution going down.
until she turns, so there's nothing to do about it.
Unless she has a spell for that. I don't think she does it
She can
that
turn
low level.
herself undead.
Um,
She won't let herself be turned into this.
then the other vampire. The other vampire jumps into the fray and goes after Nibs, who's been pretty nervous. Not a great situation for Nibs. Does 2 claw attacks. $19. And a 14 plus 2. I think that was both hit Nibs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nibs just got back up.
Yeah,
6 points of damage.
she's out.
Blaze of Glory or Risk It All. You can't go unconscious again.
Yep.
Your choice, Underwin.
So he can only go unconscious this one time and then that's it.
Yeah, you already did that.
So it has to be Blaze of Glory.
Or it could be Risk It All.
You know what? Let's risk it all.
You want to risk it all?
Yeah.
All right. If you're going to roll a d20 before you roll, though.
Okay.
If you roll a 10 or lower, 10 or lower, Nibs permanently dies. If you roll 11 or higher, gets the benefits of arrest, which is max health.
Okay. Okay. 13.
Instead of dying, Nibs grabs the vampire, roll, tosses it onto the ground, and stands back up.
Oh, my boy.
Full health.
Okay.
That is now your turn.
Okay. We're gonna continue with Nibs. He's going to... There's not much he can do. He's a thief. So he's going to stab it. Repeatedly. Great. Actually, should I roll an intelligence check first to see how to know how to kill them?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
You want Nibs to do it, or do you want Rose to do it?
You know what? Nibs just did it, so that's a 14.
14 for Nibs.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. With a -1.
13.
It's 13. So, sunlight. Nibs would know sunlight's a big deal right now.
Yeah.
Also knows that to permanently kill this thing, they killed the other one, right? Hopefully. They don't know. Maybe it's the same one. Not sure.
Yeah, they're not totally sure.
But he knows that even if you got it down to, on a mechanical level, down to 0 HP, there's something else that needs to happen too. Which makes it a very dangerous threat that is unlikely to end here.
Yeah. What time does it look like it is? Like, is it close to sunrise?
You have an incoming call.
Oh, I do. Oh. That was my alarm going off.
Yeah, the recording said it paused because he had a call come in.
Oh, my bad.
There it goes. It's recording again. That's funny.
That's so
super funny. Okay. Sunlight. I don't think sunlight's an option unless you have a spell that can do something like that.
Yeah, which I don't think there is other than just light, which Prim can cast, but...
But you've been casting, Prim's been casting from her holy symbol, right?
Yeah.
Not the one that she found?
True.
A symbol of radiance?
I totally forgot about that. Oh my gosh.
Nibs points out with his intelligence checks, did you find anything that could help with, like, against these monsters of the darkness?
Oh, you mean like Raid? Oh, I went into a whole nother character that I play. Oh, I guess that's a good idea. Hold on. And instead of Nibs going, I'm gonna have Prim cast light on it.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Natural 20? All right. You get to double any numerical value of the spell.
Which, to triple the power of the sun, I guess.
Getting a natural 20 plus you are using the symbol of radiance. You cast light. These vampires, their skin burn at the sight of this symbol. Go ahead and roll 3d8.
Okay. One.
2.
7.
Is that 7?
So 9
so you got
total.
9. The second vampire perishes in the light. The Duchess, the matron of these vampires, burns, takes quite a bit of damage, but stays, at least for now.
Okay.
And the light continues to cast. And you're pretty confident, Prim is confident that if the light continues, more damage will come.
Okay, so if that's the case, the other two are going to continuously draw her attention on themselves.
Okay.
So we're going to obviously magic missile 13, 14, 15.
That works. Roll advantage, see if you crit.
Oh, true. Nope. So
Okay.
that's 3.
3 on what?
Magic missile.
On the heart
Oh,
or the vampire?
Actually, you know what? On the heart.
Okay.
And then Nibs is gonna go after her, the vampire.
All right. I like it.
That's a 17. And then, a dagger is a d4. 2. So he's gonna run up, like, behind her and try to, like, stab her in the back.
He quickly does, grabs it with his remaining hand, jumps onto her back and right into her back. Right on the upper back, right in the delts. Just,
Perfect. So that means it's her turn now.
What are we gonna have her do? Ooh, what do I have her do here? I will have her... go after Rose, who's attacking the heart constantly.
Yeah.
And we will do... I'm gonna have her do 3 claw attacks at the wizard.
Okay.
What's the wizard's HP? Not HP, AC.
AC 14.
14? That's really high for this wizard. All right, here we go. I got a dirty 19.
Okay.
Where is it? There it is. My cameras suck. I have potato cameras.
I know.
Second one does not hit. And then +5 to this one. The third one does hit as well.
Okay.
So she moves across the top of the tower and heads over to the wizard and strikes her Achilles heel with a claw attack. And then the next one down her back on her shoulder. The damage.
I'm trying to see what I can research while I'm waiting for things to get.
Okay. First one. Oh, that was not a roll. There we go. That one was a roll. The first strike deals 2 points of damage. Second strike deals 6.
Oof, she's down. She's gonna go unconscious though.
She goes unconscious? Okay.
Okay.
The wizard falls.
Wizard falls. At least her turn is over. Prima's gonna continue with the light.
Great. Holding the light out.
Yeah.
It deals another 3d8.
Okay.
You got this.
6.
Ooh.
13. 19.
She is not looking good. And the heart is so close.
I know. That's where like Nibs is gonna. You know what?
So Nib's choice right now could make a difference.
I know. Nibs is gonna go for the heart because that just feels right. Because Rose went down, he's gonna help. Fucking 4. No.
Nibs is a thief.
Yeah. I'm looking right now to see if there's anything I can do.
Let's see.
Thief's talents. Oh, backstab deals 1+ of damage dice. Too bad I am not snaking.
Yeah, it's sneaking.
Yeah. Finding, disabling tracks. Picking locks. I don't think there is anything.
Nibs stumbles as he goes to stab the heart. I'll say that the vampire reaches out and trips him.
Okay.
Okay? Prim casted the light.
Yep.
With the trip, the vampire is going to climb onto Nibs and slash down on Nibs.
Cool, get him.
We got an 11 plus 5.
Oof, yeah, by 1.
By 1? Okay. 1 point of damage for Nibs.
Oh my gosh, only 1? That's wild. Okay. Okay.
Am I doing that right? 2 bite plus 4. Yeah, it's plus 4 to the attack, not to the damage. Yeah. I'm doing that right.
Okay, cool. I was like,
yeah.
You're totally doing it right. Yeah.
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 Then she's gonna get up and go after Prim.
Yeah.
Does another slash attack. This one definitely does not hit with an 8.
Yeah.
Prim steps out of the way. But then goes again for the final attack. Almost a natural 1. This has a plus 5, so 12.
No, it does not hit.
Prim steps out of the way yet again.
Oh wait, never mind. It does. I was looking at the wrong one. It hits just then. It was a 12.
As Prim steps out of the way, like a moving shadow, the vampire is where Prim was going to be and slashes on her. I would say right around here, you know?
The
Right where it's delicate.
Yeah.
Prim's got 11 HP. She's fine.
Yeah.
5 points of damage.
Oh my gosh. She's at 4 left. Okay. So we gotta do 2 things anyways. We're gonna start with
Rose
Nib.
Rose the half-elf wizard is down.
Yeah.
Stabled but down.
Stable but down.
Nibs is fallen. He's alive. He's just literally fallen to the ground.
Yeah.
So he's gonna get up and do a thing.
Yeah.
Prim is taking some damage, dodging and getting hit by this vampire mother creature.
Light 1 more time on the vampire.
Great.
And then I roll to hit, or do I just do the D8?
You do the damage because she's choosing to be in the light.
True. Okay, 4, 5. Oh, that's cocked. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12?
Yeah. Did I kill her?
She is down so many hit points.
Yes.
So vampires. You get her down. Don't celebrate yet.
I know.
To 0
I'm scared.
HP. But she keeps standing because at 0 HP, she still needs a critical hit. Or so,
I heard
so,
or.
No, you did not. So Nib speaks up and goes, "Oh yeah, you need to hit them hard, really hard." But Prim, against Nib's advice, sees the damage wearing down on her with this sunlight.
Yeah.
The fact that she's choosing to stay here is crazy.
Uh-huh.
When you get her down to 0 HP, this vampire, through the light that is emitting from the symbol of radiance, she wants to stay further, but flees. And you notice, Prim, that if she would have stayed one more round, that would have counted because of sunlight.
Yep.
So, the vampire matron flees from the high tower, forming into a shadowy wisp. What's left and standing in front of you is a beating heart with 2 points of hit points.
Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. It was technically still Nibs' turn. Fucking Nibs.
Nibs goes to stab the heart, slips on all the blood, falls again.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Prim can't go now. Well, I guess technically Prim still can.
No, she can. You've been choosing to just commit
Yeah.
to the light spell.
Prim has her mace, so she's going to do that. Just in her other hand.
Yeah, she kind of backs off wherever the vampire flew off to with the mace and goes to swing at the heart.
11 plus 1, so 12.
Hits.
And then that's a d6.
Can you get a 2 or higher?
Don't say that. 3!
You smash the heart. Oh wait, I got a good sound for that. Thanks to Fantasy Plus.
Thanks, Fantasy Plus. Oh!
The wind surrounding the tower howls deeper and deeper, louder and louder. You and your party hurry down the stairs, hurry out as fast as you can. Selune, the moon's light, fills the sky once again. You hurry down the stairs, through the doorways. At certain corners of the shadows, you swear you see sets of red eyes watching you and catching where you're going. Roll 1 dex check.
Okay. 10.
10.
But let me see if anybody has a plus. Nibs does, so 13.
You guys make it to the big stone door. You get out. Do you try to shut it before running off, or do you just run off?
No. They're gonna try and shut it.
All right. Roll a strength check.
Natural 20.
The door shuts. You swear you hear the sounds of vampires just trying to claw at the door and get back to you. You hurry across the courtyard, the light spell just holding on barely, just starting to flicker. You come to the bridge on the outside of the archway. Now the problem is the bridge itself.
Nibs has rope.
Nibs has rope.
Nibs has rope.
How do you want to use your rope?
Okay, so he does have a grappling hook, but did we say that his grappling hook fell?
He used it, yeah.
He used it, okay. I don't think anyone else has a grappling hook, but we have a whole bunch of iron spikes, so I think they can try and makeshift their own grappling hook.
Okay.
With the iron spikes. Should I roll anything for that?
Nope.
Okay. So they're gonna sit there and kind of crudely constructing their own thing to be able to allow them to cross over or drag themselves.
Roll 1 dex check for all 3. With advantage.
Okay. Good thing it's advantage. 16, 19.
19. The party makes it across. Rim, falling behind on the tail end. The light spell flickers and turns off. Yet again, as she's crossing the bridge, light goes out.
Well, that and her con is probably out.
Oh no, it doesn't drain constantly. It stayed at that number.
Okay.
Prim is in the dark on the bridge, and the rope is there, and she's slowly trying to catch up.
Was her card the one that was "Don't fall"?
Go ahead and roll 1 dex check for her, and because you're in the dark, it's at disadvantage.
If Prim dies, I'm gonna cry. Oh my gosh, come on. I'm like too scared. 19!
Disadvantage.
Come on!
You're almost there.
19 again! Oh my gosh.
Prim barely makes it
I'm gonna cry of
across.
happiness now.
She gets to the other side, hugs her friends, hugs Rose, hugs Nibs, and they sit there and wait
Yeah.
and wait. As we pull out, we see these 3 sitting by 2 pillars held by stone petrified slaves with flickering endless warmth light. But they're in the middle of a blizzard. And they wait and wait for the carriage to come back. And as we pull out further and further, we see the blizzard, the eldritch blizzard that surrounded this region slowly fades just for a moment. And then bats fly in front of the camera.
Oh! That's so mean. Oh. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. That last few minutes was like so intense.
I'm glad.
I'm like sweating. I've got like my fan pointed on me. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Brim survived, Nib survived, and Rose.
And Rose technically survived, yeah.
So going into the dungeon, one of the things in there was you would find whoever falls, but you lost a few people.
I was so sus.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
You did it. The roustabouts didn't make it.
Shocker. Shocker. I expected them to die, but not my 2 like beefy
Dude, right
boys.
off the bat, the big boys die.
That infuriated me. I love it. Well, everybody, thank you so much. My name is On, also known as Onduin. I am the creator over here at Roll D5, where we specialize in playing indie TTRPGs. Have a great rest of your night, and thanks for being with us for this absolute chaos. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please check out Roll D5. That's ROLE D5 on Twitch and YouTube, and go give them some love. You can also catch my interview with Onduin, where we just talk about Roll D5, and you can learn more about them and what they're all about. All right, thanks. I'll see you on the next one.